Muy buenas a todos, gente, y bienvenidos al canal. Bienvenidos al segundo capítulo de The Council. En el capítulo de hoy vamos a conocer a gran parte de los personajes que van a formar parte de la trama y también empezaremos a conocer los motivos que los han traído hasta aquí. Además, también conoceremos a otros huéspedes de la casa con menos peso político, pero no menos importancia en la trama. Así pues, vamos a comenzar.
How did Mortimer manage to build his manor at the top of a rocky outcrop?
Buena pregunta. Esas puertas tan elaboradas parecen las puertas del infierno. Sí, tiene toda la pinta. A ver por dónde entramos, por la puerta del cielo o por la puerta del infierno. Vale, ni una ni otra. Entramos por... Ah, se abren las dos. Menuda mansión.
Impressive.
Ah, my son. I was looking for you.
What can I do for you, Your Eminence?
I wanted to ask you. You are the son
Oh,
of Sarah
ya empieza
Devine.
ya empieza la trama.
You see, your mother and I were supposed to
Ya se
meet
empieza a
here on this
maquinar.
very spot. I was supposed to hand her a very important envelope. But I haven't seen her.
If only Mother had told me why she was coming here. Anyway, I ought to take the envelope. It might have something to do with her disappearance. Listen, if it will help, you
Confrontación
can always
inicial.
give it to me.
Thank you, my son. I'll bear that in mind. I'd rather deal with her directly. Don't take it personally. Would you
Fase
happen
uno.
to know if your mother has arrived yet?
Sí, llegó hace un par de semanas. ¿Qué más da? Deme la carta.
Certainly, Your Eminence. Mother got here some time ago. I was hoping to find her when I arrived, but given the hour, she must be asleep by now.
Right. I shall see her tomorrow then.
Vale, la
By
hemos
the way, Your
superado.
Eminence, I wasn't aware you knew my mother.
Ah, if you only knew, my son. I hold your mother in the highest regard. She has rendered great service to the church, and her help is invaluable. I hope that you will follow in her footsteps.
If only she had told me where she was headed.
Nonetheless, our exchanges have always been discreet, and I should like them to remain as such. If your mother wishes to speak to you about us one day, I will not mind if she does so.
That is very commendable. But since we work together on a daily basis, it's surely just an oversight.
Most certainly.
Vale,
You said you
empezamos la
work
fase
together.
2. A ver si le
What
logramos
do you do
convencer.
exactly?
Somos miembros de la Orden Dorada, secreto profesional, coleccionista de arte, nuestros asuntos son confidenciales. Vale, los de abajo no podemos acceder. Vamos a decirle secreto profesional, ¿no? No le vamos a decir directamente lo de la Orden.
If you know my mother, you will understand that I cannot answer you, Your Eminence. I'm sorry, but...
Do not worry, my son. I perfectly understand, and I expected nothing less from you. Discretion and secrecy are
Vale,
both
esta también la hemos
pillars of
superado.
the organizations for which we work. You are the worthy son of Sarah.
All the same, it bothers me to see you in a quandary, Your Eminence. Is there any other solution? Look, if it's of any help, you can always leave your envelope with me, and I'll give it to her as soon as I see her.
I hesitate.
El cura tiene la
Till
mano
now,
tatuada.
we have always dealt with her
Bueno,
in
el cardenal,
person,
que de cura
and
no,
that has
no tiene
always
nada.
been
Fase 3.
successful. Do you think I should give it to you?
Depende de su contenido, fingir que no me interesa, se lo entregaré o cuente con ello. Además tenemos tiempo. Vamos a decirle que se la entregamos, no vamos a gastar esos puntos, se la entregamos si la encuentro. Yo creo que es la opción más
Listen,
correcta.
you have nothing to fear. I will give your letter to my mother the moment I find her.
The moment you find her? You mean Sarah has gone missing?
Shit, I shouldn't have said that. Let's not exaggerate. Your Eminence.
Hemos cagado.
I have no other information at this time. It's probably nothing.
Listen to me, my child. If I give you the letter, can you promise me before God?
Vale, la última fase, lo que parece.
Then your mother would read it?
Confrontación, última fase. Vale, debemos convencer al interlocutor. Si no, se repetirá hasta que no nos queden. Vale, de acuerdo, no se preocupe, gracias, pero no. Se lo juro, no creo en su Dios. Hombre, de acuerdo, no se preocupe, es lo único que podemos
I
decirlo.
swear by the
Si queremos la
Almighty
carta.
God to honor the promise that no one but my mother shall cast her gaze upon your letter.
Good.
Buah,
Listen,
perfecto.
let's stop there.
Bueno, esta ha sido la primera fácil. Y ya hemos pinchado en una.
Your mother and
Confrontación
I are
superada.
organizing the escape of a large number of French priests who face a massacre organized by the accursed Republican tribunals. The church is literally being bled like a beast. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine. She has made the services of your order available to us by organizing the priests' safe passage across the borders. Even if she does not share all our convictions, she always provided assistance. Young man, you can be proud to be her son. Be it only for her sake. Always respect your name. Here, the letter I spoke of. It includes a list of about 15 names ready for departure. Be quick. Remember to tell Sarah when you see her that time is short.
Well played. I'll decide later when I'm alone whether to look at what it contains.
Elementos ocultos. Encontrar numerosas pistas y objetos ocultos y pueden que afecten en gran medida el desarrollo de la trama. Vale, bueno, hemos conseguido la carta. Vamos a dar una vuelta por aquí, por la recepción.
Lord Mortimer certainly has a taste for staging rooms.
Podemos ver aquí los cuadros. El de Saturno devorando a su hijo de Goya.
Everything in this painting is disturbing. It's the first time I've seen brushstrokes like this.
Aunque esto por la fecha me parece que no es correcto. Goya hace esta pintura unos años más tarde.
Crucifixion of St. Peter.
Crucifixión
He
de
was
San
crucified
Pedro.
upside down, out of humility. Surprising for an entrance hall.
Ese podría ser Zeus, la estatua
Lives of
esa.
Noble Greeks and Romans by Plutarch.
Vidas paralelas de Plutarco.
Biography of the great men.
Ojear o coger. A cogerlo.
Blind Oedipus. Blinded
Edipo
himself.
ciego.
What a tragic destiny.
Vale. ¿Y cuál es el otro cuadro? A ver. Abrojo. El abrojo te proporciona el estado exaltado.
Fall of the damned by
La caída de los condenados de
The man who
Rubens.
cannot achieve the salvation of God the Father is offered to fall into the depths of the abyss.
Vale, pues no parece que haya así nada más. Vamos a reunirnos con el grupo junto a la chimenea. Oh, hay algo ahí.
I thought my
Vale,
chimney was big,
nos
but
salta
this one's
directamente
beyond
la
belief.
historia.
It's the least one can say. I've been longing for a warm fire for ages.
Since I set foot on the island, I haven't ventured more than 2 yards away from it.
Have you also
Ese
just
es
arrived?
George
Oh,
Washington.
late morning, I'd say.
Louis, come join us. Monsieur, may I introduce you to Monseigneur His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi?
O tiene toda
He
la
joins
pinta.
us straight from Rome.
Oh, just call me Your Eminence. It's simpler.
George Washington,
George Washington.
President of the United States of America.
Delighted at last to make your acquaintance, Mr. President.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. President. Louis Maurras de Richet. It is an honor to meet you.
Young man, let's keep it simple, please. Let us forget our fancy titles. Nice to meet you, Louis.
I should imagine you never thought you'd be in such company.
I must admit that I didn't. It's the first time that I've ever met so many illustrious personalities.
Hombre, de momento
And you
ilustre
haven't
George
seen
Washington,
anything
el
yet.
cardenal y la
Generally,
duquesa.
when Lord Mortimer
Bueno,
organizes one of his receptions, there are over a dozen people here.
They can't all be here yet, and you'll see, most of the time there's only the upper crust.
And I noticed you were already getting to know His Eminence at the entrance. It's the perfect place to build up a network. What were you talking about, if you forgive my
directo al
indiscretion?
grano, ¿eh? Qué cotilla. Sobre mi madre, acerca de la carta.
At the risk of
Sobre mi
disappointing
madre.
you,
Te
we
vamos a
weren't
contar de lo que
conspiring in our
hablábamos.
corner, sir. His Eminence was simply telling me that he knew my mother and how much he held her in high esteem.
It so happens that Monsieur de Riche's mother is to join us.
Oh, pity. No scrumptious gossip or juicy tidbits, unmentionable secrets, or even money matters. But you'll see, it will come. Despite all the goodwill in the world, you can't stop people scheming left and right around here.
Speak
No,
for
por lo menos
yourself,
es claro,
sir.
¿eh? Washington va al grano y es
Well,
sincero
my
en lo que
friends,
dice.
do any of you know the reason why we're here this time?
Not in the slightest. As for me, I've been invited by Sir Holm, a close friend of Lord Mortimer, but I do not know the reason why.
You see, Louis, every time Lord Mortimer organizes a reception, he always finds a moment to set up a chat with all the guests,
During which time we remake the world.
accompanied by gallons of absinthe and cussing. I'll leave you to imagine the result.
So,
Copas,
if I
absenta.
understand rightly,
Sí,
Monsieur
me lo imagino.
Richet, you've come out here to join your mother. For what reason, exactly?
Ha desaparecido. Me voy a inventar una
Like you,
excusa. No voy a
Mr.
decir que ha
President,
desaparecido
I'm
así
here
tal
as a
cual.
result of Lord Mortimer's invitation.
Two members of the same family here. That is rare.
You know what they say. You can pick your nose, but you can't pick your family.
Seriously, though, I know your mother well. Stay behind with me afterwards, and we'll take a
No, no
moment
nos ha
to
querido
speak
ni una
about her.
palabra. Esto es... Parece lo de los Illuminati, ¿no?
Lord, Washington is wearing the
Gran
emblem of the
maestro de
Grand
la
Master of the
Orden
Golden
Dorada.
Order. It's the
O
highest
sea, que es de la
distinction of the
misma
order in
orden
the
que
United
nosotros.
States. It puts him on par with my mother. He must really know his stuff when it comes to the occult.
Ah, amigo.
Good evening, my
Por eso
friend.
insistes tanto.
Holy shit. That's the man from my vision.
An urgent case has delayed our host, Lord Mortimer. He can't be present this evening, and he sends his deepest apologies.
He's asked me here and he hasn't even turned up? Great start.
Preguntar por ese hombre no decir nada.
Do
¿Quién
you
es
know that
este?
man?
Sir Gregory Holm, an English
Holmes.
aristocrat, very influential. He's also close to Lord
Este es
Mortimer.
el que le dijo a nuestra
So
madre que
don't
no
be surprised
disparase.
if he acts like he's at home.
And now, my dear guests, a light meal is served in the small salon. For those who would like to, you're invited to follow me into the next room.
My dear fellow, you must have read my thoughts. I shall follow.
We'll have to be careful not to make too much noise. One of Lord Mortimer's guests is relaxing.
Oh, we shall be quiet.
Don't take it the wrong way, Sir Holm, but I have already eaten. Thus, I shall be
Washington se
happy to
raja.
remain by the fireside.
If you don't mind, Gregory, I should like to
Y
keep
la
Mr.
duquesa
Washington
también.
company.
Please feel at home.
Hombre, vamos a tener que ir con él, ¿no? Si no va a cantar mucho, aunque nos quedemos tres aquí. Aunque estaría bien hablar con Washington. Quedarse con Washington y descubrir que sabe Holmes acerca de mi madre. Creo que es la mejor opción. A ver qué nos puede decir Holmes. Con Washington podremos hablar más adelante.
My vision is more important. Let's follow home. I'll follow you, sir. Mr. Washington, I hope to speak with you at greater length on another occasion. Emily, please excuse me, but I would like to speak to
Sí,
Sir
así
Holmes.
queda un poco más
I shall see
repartido,
you
porque
later.
si no nos invita a cenar a 4 y va solo uno, queda un poco mal.
My friend, I hope our dear
Bueno, vamos a
Giovanni-
ver qué se cuenta este
The
tal
troubles in
Holmes.
France have fatigued him, but he will recover slowly. Do not fear. He apologizes for remaining in Rome. The voyage was too much for him.
And right he was too. The mildness of the Mediterranean, eh? Come, sit down and have something to eat,
Oportunidad
my friend.
perdida.
You look rather pale. Excuse me, sir. I have been neglecting my duty. I haven't introduced myself. Sir Gregory Home, an old friend of Lord Mortimer's.
A real pleasure, sir.
You who must be well used to the court of France. How do you find this peaceful little haven?
Charming if I hadn't come here for disturbing reasons.
Yes, I heard the news. What a story.
¿Cuál es la
Indeed.
historia exactamente?
I
Él
wanted
conoce
to
a mi
ask,
madre. Que él la conoce, eso ya lo sabemos. Vamos a ver cuál es la
would you
historia.
have any information about the disappearance of my mother?
Very little, I'm afraid, my young friend. Your mother came at the invitation of Lord Mortimer. Then, one fine day, we couldn't find her anywhere.
That's it?
As I said, I don't know very much. Lord Mortimer had the entire area searched immediately. We found no clue as to her disappearance. But I am convinced that as soon as Lord Mortimer becomes available,
¿Y dónde
he
está
will
Lord
explain the
Mortimer?
situation.
Thank you for your answers, Sir Home. But I beg your pardon. I get the impression I know you. Have we met? Except in my dreams, of course.
Not that I remember, young man. Perhaps you are mistaking me for another member of the Chamber of Lords. What with the wig and the powder, it wouldn't be the first time.
No, you were definitely the one I saw threatening my mother. I thought... Never mind. It'll come back to me. Would
La
you
chica
allow me
esa
one
que
last
está ahí con
question,
el pelo
sir?
rapado.
I don't want to take up all your time.
¿Para qué
Please,
viene mi
go
madre?
ahead.
¿Qué conexión entre ella?
What do you want to know?
Silver, ¿quién podría guardar el rencor? ¿O ha desaparecido alguien más? Vamos a
Sir,
ver
do you know Emily
qué
Hillsborough?
se drama la
Oh,
duquesa y mi
Madame la
madre.
Duchesse. Of course. It was I who invited her to the island.
Do you know of any link between her and my mother?
Not really, no. They may well have met at the court of King George, but I can't be sure about that.
No dispute between them, then?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Qué
And
mentiroso.
even if Duchess Hillsborough is a complex woman to understand, I honestly can't imagine her
El tema está en que si la pegó un
with
tiro-
Sara de Riche.
Uy, le ha dado un chungo.
Elizabeth!
Elizabeth. Que ha hecho cicatriz tiene en la cabeza.
I should have insisted that you rest in your room.
Do you want me to call someone?
Un momento, ya me ocupo del asunto, no te involucres. No, vamos a
Let me handle
involucrarnos.
this. I'm
A ver quién es
used to this
esta.
kind of thing.
Thank you, Mr. Duché.
Miss, can you hear me?
Leave me.
Diagnosticar rápido, fijarse en algo extraño, dejarla respirar. Hombre, observar la joven. Vamos a fijarnos que tiene bastantes
It's just
cosas
a dizzy
extrañas,
spell,
aparte de
don't
un montón de
worry. You'll be all
cicatrices.
right. Her heart rate is already becoming more stable.
Y tatuajes, por lo que se
Little
ve.
girl's had her hands tattooed. I've seen these pinnacles before in old occult books from the end of the 12th century. I don't know what that young woman's trying to protect herself from, but she definitely takes it seriously.
I'm so sorry.
Can you tell me
¿Quién es?
something
¿Qué le
about her?
sucede? ¿Qué está haciendo aquí? Hombre, ¿quién es? Estaría bien.
Who is this young lady?
Elizabeth Adams. She's come to the island for a course of treatment, to rest.
For a course of treatment?
That's right. Seer can do
Sí,
wonders.
claro, la homeopatía.
Are you all right, Elizabeth? Do you feel any better?
When did she arrive?
4 days ago.
Okay. My mother had already gone missing.
El símbolo ese del medallón.
Are you all
Oportunidad
right,
perdida,
Elizabeth? You gave
requerimos
us quite a
observación.
fright.
Take it easy, miss.
let me. I just need to get back to my room.
Of course, my dear. Go ahead. You saw it, didn't you?
Pardon me?
El signo de la bestia.
Sorry, Your
Bueno,
Eminence.
menos mal que
I
lo ha dicho en
don't speak
italiano y lo hemos
Italian.
entendido.
Forget it. It doesn't matter.
Gentlemen, it's getting late. It is time for everyone to go to bed. It has been a long day.
Y va descalza la chica. Estos siguen hablando aquí.
It's all the more delicate.
I'll see what I can do, but the case I'm on at the moment might well leave me with very few opportunities. Well, I am impressed with all this splendor.
But don't spend too much time with Mr. Washington, my dear, or you'll lose your pretty accent. You seem to be intrigued by that statue.
Absolutely. It is remarkable.
Oportunidad
Lord Mortimer
perdida,
is
se
fond
requiere
of
observación.
atypical works of art. I won't disguise the fact that I find it all a little megalomaniacal, but I must say, he does have some outstanding pieces.
A ver, vamos a ver esta, que es la que más mola.
The statue is impressive, and so are the paintings. Rubens, the Calavage,
Sí, desde luego
Guéniveau.
tiene pasta.
Lord Mortimer has very good taste, and the means to express it.
Oh, I see our young sir is a connoisseur.
Yes, in my spare time. Yet, I couldn't tell you who the artist of that painting there is.
Las pinturas
I
negras de
think I
Goya.
recognize a theme, but the style intrigues me.
Saturn
¿Cómo
devouring
que
his
Lord
son.
Mortimer es su
No, you
autor?
wouldn't
Ya
know.
quisiera Lord
The
Mortimer
artist
haber
is
pintado
none
eso.
other than Lord Mortimer. I thought for a long time that the painting wasn't finished, but my old friend assured me it was. Still, there's no accounting for taste.
Not very conventional, but it sure does hold your attention.
You'll find that Lord Mortimer is not what one would call conventional, Monsieur de Richet.
Sir Hall, who was that young lady with you?
Elizabeth
Se le
Adams,
queda-
Mr.
se le
Hastings.
queda la baba a
She would
Washington.
have liked to have stayed with us, but the poor thing is exhausted.
Elizabeth Adams?
Oportunidad
Miss
perdida,
Adams
se
is here
requiere
to
psicología.
rest. You have perhaps already come across her in the corridors. She arrived a few days ago.
I perceived her, but we weren't introduced.
Rest assured, she is not here for the same reasons as yourselves.
Vale, Washington la
Consequently,
conoce.
I'm counting on your indulgence. On that note, it's
Oportunidad
very
perdida,
late.
se
You
requiere
must be
inquisición.
exhausted. The servant will accompany you to your rooms.
Elizabeth Adam. Bueno, ya le preguntaremos a Washington por Elizabeth.
Ladies, gentlemen, I bid you all
Por lo menos de
good night.
momento
Mr.
sabemos
President,
que
Your Eminence,
la
Duchess,
duquesa y
you have the
Washington,
same
si no
rooms
son
as
de la
usual.
orden,
You, Monsieur de
casi,
Richet, will find
porque
your
se han quedado
room
ahí
at the
hablando,
end of
se
the
llevan bien.
corridor.
Well, my friends, I am bone tired. I am off to my bed. See you in the morning.
Good night, sir. I shall do likewise.
Louis, I shall see you in the morning. Sleep well.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
Oh man, it's been quite a day. Right, where is my room?
Pues vámonos a la habitación.
Right. So what shall I do with this letter? It might be about my mother's disappearance. But if I open it, I'll be betraying Biaggi's trust. What should I
Abrir
do?
la carta, dejar la carta sellada o sin romper el sello. Vale, sin romper el sello no podemos. Yo creo que la vamos a dejar sellada.
Damn, can't wait to open it, but I gave my word to Biaggi, so... Too
Vaya a
bad.
ser que si no
I'll
luego
wait
nos
until
echa
I
la
hand it to
bronca
Mother.
nuestra madre.
Wow. Nice room. Mortimer sure doesn't do things halfway.
Bueno, la tiene empapelada de cuadros la habitación, ¿eh? Agua del Carmen. Te proporciona estado centrado y la próxima habilidad no costará, no tendrá ningún coste. San
Saint
Jerónimo del
Jerome the
Ángel.
Angel.
Yet again, art with political undertones with an image of a saint hearing voices.
¿Este cuál es?
Judith
Judith
beheading
decapitando a
Holofernes. Ironic in
Holofernes.
a way, when you
Ni
know that
idea.
the artist represented herself as Judith beheading her mentor, who had raped her.
Saturno devorando a su hijo otra vez.
Again? I saw the same theme in the hall.
Este cuadro me suena, pero no sé de quién es ahora mismo.
Saint Francis of Assisi in
San
ecstasy.
Francisco de Asís en
Before superior
éxtasis.
voices.
Y
It
el
always
de arriba,
amuses me to see how art gets used for propaganda purposes. The
la
conversion of
conversión de
Saint
San
Paul
Pablo de
by
Caravaggio.
It's incredible. It doesn't look like a copy, but I was sure the
Tiene
original
unos
was a
cuantos
drawing.
cuadros de Caravaggio, Lord Mortimer. Debe de ser colega. ¿Esto qué es? Desbloquear, salir. Vámonos, pues no lo podemos desbloquear. Y esto otro, tenemos el balcón que podemos salir. El infierno de Dante.
Abandon hope, all ye who enter here.
Lovely lectures Mortimer is giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Bueno, pues vamos a dormir. En el litoral de Inglaterra. Bueno, pues con esto damos por concluido este primer episodio. Espero que os haya gustado. Si es así, darle un like, compartir y suscribiros. Y nos vemos en el próximo episodio. Un saludo y hasta la próxima.